Hello once again, everyone. Back again with the third video for today. And like I mentioned, we're discussing Ubisoft. We haven't talked about them in a while. There's two separate stories we're going to go over. One talking about Assassin's Creed, which will be the first one, so let's get into it. Apparently, future Assassin's Creed games could have more modern-day sections in them. Now, I've played one Assassin's Creed game. I think it was either the first or the second one. I forget which it was. Not my type of game. You all know I'm not a big fan of it. And I know a lot of people, even these days, are starting to get tired of it finally. But Ubisoft wants to go again and do things against what the fans want. And they want to continue to wreck their own image, I guess. So apparently, a lot of people, like I've been reading on different sites this story, in Facebook and other comments, and people were saying that the modern parts of Assassin's Creed games are boring and they hate them. So they're like, no, we don't want more of this. Assassin's Creed is supposed to be about taking place in a certain time period, you know, that you get to experience, whether it's, you know, pirates, the times of the pirates, or stuff like that. Not modern-day stuff. So I don't know. A lot of people are not happy about this. They say, but we have to be really smart about how we do it. And I'll just read you a few comments here real quickly from what other people were saying. Assassin's Creed, yep. Everyone, we want Assassin's Creed set to be set in Japan. Ubisoft, no you don't. We know what's best for you. That's exactly correct. That's exactly how Ubisoft is these days. They are saying, no, you guys don't know what you're talking about. We're going to give you this, and you're going to like it. Let's see here. Assassin's Creed Unity sucked. We already know that. This guy says he gave up on the series long ago. Let's see here. I hope they don't add too much. Granted, Unity was hardly any modern day, blah, blah, blah. God, no, I hate the modern day settings. The primary selling point in the Assassin's Creed games is that they take place in historical settings. That's why people play them. Exactly, I agree. But whatever. Modern settings. What was this person going to say? Side missions, blah, blah, blah. I think I read a joke somewhere where someone was just like, they should do a Assassin's Creed at the post office or something like that. But either way, let's get into our second story involving Ubisoft. Now, this is actually involving Ubisoft Brazil, which I didn't even know was a thing. But Ubisoft Brazil tells people to not complain about DLC, more in particularly their DLC. Now, as it says here in the article, every gamer will know that DLC has kind of gotten out of hand lately, which it has. However, Ubisoft Brazil is telling people not to complain about it. Ubisoft Brazil held a Q&A session on YouTube the other day. In the 3-minute mark of the video, a question was asked as to why Ubisoft keeps charging for DLC and expansions. The person wanted to know why games are not shipped as complete packages anymore, although they are from Nintendo, and that's one thing Nintendo still does properly is their games. And if you remember, before I get into this any further, remember when Ubisoft was saying they wanted customers to be going from being a $60 customer to a $200 customer? This is why. Because if they give you a $60 game, and that's it, it's finished, it's fine, or it's finalized, then they can't get any more money. And they know people are going to pay for the rest of their game. They know people are going to pay for season passes over and over again, because the quality of consumer has gone down. Of gamer, I should say. Anyway, let's get back on track here. This guy translated this. Don't be complainers. Try to understand this stuff. Here's the deal. There is two things. One is the DLC that is a small amount of content that enables you to use some new guns, skins, etc. This is usually to personalize the game to those who want. It's not much personalization if everyone buys it, though. The other is the expansion. What is an expansion? Well, it's an expansion. No shit, Sherlock. It enlarges the game. This is not necessary for the game. It's like, well, then why did you make it? Why are you making extra things? The game is always delivered complete to you guys. We guarantee. You're Ubisoft. You can't guarantee shit. Your word is not worth, I don't know, the value of your company. It's not even worth 1/1 billionth of what your company's worth. But anyway, All the expansions that we deliver has more things that we spent more time of the team developing. You like the game? Want more? You don't need to wait for the next game. There's an expansion with more adventure, more content, more everything. So basically, he's like, you like the game? You buy it. That's what he's saying. Just stop complaining, he later says. Really, guys, this comes from me, not directly from Ubisoft. Just stop complaining about everything. Wait for a moment. Think about what you're going to say. We develop fun, but this is a business. Stop and think about it. We develop fun. If we invest more time and money to it, our team needs to get paid. First of all, this whole we develop fun thing, that's what Nintendo games do. Now, I'm not saying your guys' games can't be fun, but you don't develop your games to be fun. You wouldn't make them a yearly fucking release. If you honestly think a game coming out every goddamn year, whether it's COD, whether it's Assassin's Creed, can be fun, no. Maybe it started off that way, but eventually people are like, okay, slow down. These are losing quality from being made so quickly. But anyway, many gamers disagree with Ubisoft's Brazil stance on DLC, as they should be. The video in question has nearly 20,000 dislikes, with only over 1,000 likes. No matter what publishers say, gamers still feel that DLC is too expensive these days. To be honest, for the most part, it is. Apparently the video got removed shortly after this got published, but people still managed to copy the video and upload it themselves. Let's read some comments here. You take it, and you like it. Exactly, that's how Ubisoft is feeling. Best way to deal with this is just not to buy it. I hardly ever buy DLC. The last one I bought was The Last of Us Left Behind. I had to buy it. The game was amazing. Let me think. Last time I got a DLC was the Mario Kart 8 DLC, I think. Unless you count the Destiny DLC. But no, the Mario Kart 1 was it first? I don't remember. Although I had that season pass. The next DLC I get is, again, Mario Kart 8 and the Destiny one, except the Destiny one's a waste of fucking money, but I had that season pass, so I'm getting it no matter what. And the Mario Kart 8 one is actually very well priced DLC. Anyway, let's see here. I think as gamers we have a responsibility and power to do something about DLCs. It makes me feel as if I bought an incomplete game. DLC, especially if it's like a day one DLC or, you know, season pass or whatever right off the bat, it's guaranteed. If there's a DLC announced that you can buy separately at the launch of a game, that content was locked off the game. They chopped it off and selling it separately, or are selling it separately, or they've blocked it off in the game and you need to pay to actually get it with a paywall, or to get through a paywall. Anyway, DLC should be free when you play the full $60. Same with pre-orders. We need to stop doing it because it makes these devs lazy and releasing broken games because they know suckers will always pre-order. Not that pre-ordering is a bad issue or bad thing. All this will fall on deaf ears as too many gamers these days don't value their hard-earned cash and easily forget being fucked up the ass. They still get paid, which is true. I agree. Some other random languages here. Is there anything else? Nope. Either way, Ubisoft, I mean, like the guy said, this was his personal opinion, not necessarily Ubisoft's, although we all know Ubisoft says, or shares a very similar, perspective as this guy. And you can't just tell your fans, stop complaining, buy our DLC. You like game, you want game, you buy game. Like, that's so arrogant, and I know I'm an arrogant person, but you don't tell people that. You don't tell your fans that. That's just insulting, to be honest. And then the whole thing about, what was it? Like, oh, we need to be paid. You were paid. A developer makes a game, and I've said this before in videos. Where was it? Yeah, our team needs to get paid. I've said this in other videos. The way it works, it has always worked, is a developer makes a game, sells the game, gets paid. End of discussion. They don't get paid anymore. You made a game. You're supposed to put your heart and your soul and your passion and your sweat, blood, and tears into your games. And then you're satisfied with it, you're happy with it, you're proud of what you accomplished. And then you get paid your $60, or whatever it equals to for them. It's different for different people. But that's how you get paid. You don't do the slimy business tactics of, well, I think we could get away with taking away these missions and selling them separately. You don't do that. And then you don't tell people to stop complaining when they're calling you out on shit that they should be calling you out on. But Ubisoft is definitely one of the developers who's never gonna fucking change. At one point, they were a great developer. But starting from the beginning of this gen, even the end of last gen, just whoo, they've been going down, you know, fall off a cliff Roadrunner style like the Wile E. Coyote. Just, you know, they're falling and you hear that woo, and eventually you're going to hear that thud where they hit the ground. Anyway, I'm Original Blood Ice. Thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned. More videos coming soon. We'll see you then.